This is a daily chart of the S&P 500 index. You can see that it came up to its 200 simple moving average here. And January had a nice couple of weeks and now has sliced its 50 and closed below its 50 simple moving average today, just slightly. 0.7% is 1.8% below this 200 simple moving average, the black line here. So it's been down the 3 days this week, and I'm going to take a look at the 60-minute chart because it's really just in a trade range and has been. This data goes back to November 30th, so almost 2 months of data here, and you can just see it's a clearly defined range at 4,000, between 4,000 here and 3,800. Okay, and you can see it came up to the top, top of this trade range, and now has come down into the middle of it. So the bulls would like to see it hold here at 39 and trade above its 200, and the bears would like to push it down. So anyway, I try not to put labels on bulls and bears. I just trade stocks, and I want to look at stocks here, beginning with the oil and gas stocks. This is Tidewater. I'm trying to keep the video shorter because they're big files for the site. So I'm just going to go over a couple of stocks in each area here. This is Tidewater, made a new high yesterday and it pulled back, and then today just as long as it's above it's moving average, this thing is holding up well. This is how you want your leaders to act right here. And Tidewater certainly is a leader. Couple people mentioned to me that they like Schlumberger. It's a slower moving stock, probably not going to get as hurt in this one. They've already had earnings here. Oh, wait a minute. 120, that would be tomorrow. Excuse me, earnings are tomorrow. So we'll see what happens here with Schlumberger. And the other one I was looking at was OII, which had a miserable day yesterday, but just pulled back to its 10 EMA. So that's what it needed to do, is to pull back. Anyway, the biotech stocks, I'm going to switch between the biotech stocks and the drug stocks. This is a Catalyst doing nothing wrong. Higher lows, just trending higher, and pulled back today on lighter volume. That's what you want to see. And this is how you want your leaders to act right here. And not like SMCI. We'll get to that later. Another biotech stock is SUPN. We had this on our watch list earlier. That is just grinding higher. Now it's extended 3.5% above its, I have a 13 EMA. I don't know why I did that. Anyway, that thing needs to pull back a little bit. Don't chase. You don't need to chase in this. They'll always come back to. Speaking of chasing, this is Novo Nordisk. And you can see it had consolidation here, to this base on base pattern, consolidated, and then just ran up and is extended. Now it's 10% above its 50 simple moving average. And the other one I like is Merck. This one, after earnings, it ripped higher. It kind of struggled here at 100. Then once it got above 100, it went up to, I think, about 115. There you go. Now it's pulled back. Hit its 50 simple moving average today and bounced slightly. I mean, up 1% in this week tape. It's pretty good. The market internals were terrible today. By the way, the up-down volume and the advanced decline lines were not good for us. Longs. Anyway, SCCO is the mining stock that I want to take a look at. This one is extended. It's been ripping higher, but it does have a couple of peers that are doing well. And this is Rio Tinto. You can see the base on base pattern before trading higher. And the other one that I like on our watch list is BHP. Once again, this base on base pattern, but it hasn't taken off like Rio has. So perhaps maybe it can just kind of handle out here, trade down to its 10 EMA, and then move higher. Machine stocks I want to trade, get to this one. It's on our watch list, and like, whoopsie, the last 3 days, like when it slices to 50 here, it's adios muchachos for me. I mean, maybe it's a buy opportunity for some of you, but I don't trade that way. It did fill that gap there at 416, but man, the last 3 sessions have been pretty rough, and they have earnings on February 17th. So good luck to the longs with John Deere. Cat is performing a little better. It has been down 3 days as well, but this one was extended, needed to pull back, and it just pulled back to its 21 simple moving average. But you can see the accelerating volume here on the downside. Don't want to see that. I want to take a look at retail. Nordstrom, they warned today after the close, that weak holiday season was highly promotional, which we kind of knew, and this thing has been in a major downtrend. So that really shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. A couple other retail stocks that I'm looking at. This is a Celsius sliced. It's 50. I hate the way this thing trades. This is like in phase, just real wild. And you can't figure what price it's worth. What is it worth? 122 or 95? Who knows? I stay away from stocks that slice their 50 simple moving average and heavy volume. I mean, that's very that doesn't look good, for somebody who wants to own that thing on the long side. Another one is ELF. This one cannot. It sliced its 50. It only had 3 days of selling, but they were 3 real massive days. It was like 4%, then 8%. And then another, nearly 4% day. So it was massive selling at the beginning of the year. And now it can't rally past through its 50s. This is very ominous for me. It needs to power through that 50 simple moving average. Just trading sideways stuff is for the birds. And I do not like that. Another one that I do like is CROX. Obviously, with Nordstrom's warning, this thing's probably going to get hit again tomorrow. Maybe it'll trade down to its 10 or even 21 EMA. Pretty sure they had a pretty strong quarter, just listening to their conference call last week, and they did initiate a $1 billion buyback program, which is pretty impressive for a market cap of 7.5 billion. So I'm going to hang there with the Crocker. Anyway, the semis, this is typical action of this little nasty market that we have. Here's a PI Impinj, and then it broke out here 3%. And then yesterday it was up almost 5%. Then it pulled back today right back to its buy area. So, breakouts are just being sold, and that's typical action. Darn it. Don't want to see that. Rambus, this thing did make a high today, 52-week high, and then pulled back. But Rambus is another semiconductor stock that is performing well. I want to take a look at a couple of 2020 IPO stocks that I kind of like how they're forming the bases down here. This is a daily chart, and you can see this base on base. This is like a bottoming pattern here in Uber. They IPO'd in 2019. Oh, well, I made a mistake. Sue me. This is nice consolidation pattern, though. Hit a low, and now it's consolidating. And if you look on the daily, I kind of like this thing above 2960 here. That's not a recommendation, by the way, total disclaimer. I just like it, 2960. And I might put my money where my mouth is. Anyway, the other one that I like is some people at the gym are telling me they really like these shoes. And this is a 2021 IPO, so I lied again. Not 2020, but you can see this is through its institutional due diligence phase, how it just came down. And now it's forming this little bottom here at the bottom of what I would consider its first IPO base here. So I like it above 21 here, 2095. And we'll see if it can trade higher. They have earnings March 18th. I have not tried the shoes, but people at the gym really like them. And since, Netflix is the big news after hours, it's up 6% on subscribers. And Reed Hastings stepping down, and Ted Sarandos, however you pronounce his name, is a new CEO. And Costco, with their board authorizing a $4 billion buyback program, is up also. Anyway, that's it for today. Don't get frustrated with the market action. Keep swinging the bat in there. Stay positive. Never give up. And I know this market can be frustrating, but you really need to, keep your head in the game and stay positive, and things are going to turn our way. This pullback was expected, so it was really no surprise after Nasdaq ran up, 7 days in a row. So it pulled back here to its 50. It's slightly below its 50. Big deal. It's just a couple day pullback here, lighter volume today. So just hang in there and never give up.